Yes.
You ready to start?
I'm waiting for you.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Pro Wrestling Report Prime Time Wednesday. It's a Wednesday. It's Hump Day, David Hero. Hump Day?
Yes.
Like a camel?
Yeah.
How many humps does a camel have?
Is it because I'm Arab American? You got reference to
I had noticed that you were Arab American.
No?
No, I don't see color. I don't see race.
You're colorblind?
I see a candidate who does. Yes, I am.
You know.
That's why I use black.
Hillary is not that bad.
Folks, it's our March to Mania continues with another special edition of Primetime. Damian Nelson sitting alongside David Octavius Tiberius, the alleged backyard, one-time knockout, straight-edge, hardcore, Arab American, Hall of Famer hero.
Arab American?
David Hero. Be the booker. That's what this is. It's be the booker for the remaining matches of WrestleMania 32, which is this Sunday from AT&T Stadium in Dallas, Texas. Folks, we have talked about the marquee matches with the only person that really needs to be talked to, that we needed to talk to them about, JR.
There's one thing we haven't addressed.
What have we not addressed?
Nelson family super friends.
The draft comes to a final score after this WrestleMania this year. And here's what you need to be worried about. The social outcasts are going to be part of the show.
Yes.
You could lose again.
Do you have any of them on your team?
Yeah,
No.
Heath Slater.
No, you do not. Stop it.
Maybe I do now.
Oh, you picked Heath Slater up.
No, I didn't.
For Daniel Bryan. I love it.
I certainly didn't. Anyways, yes, the draft does culminate with the final score this Sunday after WrestleMania. But what we do here on this show is we fantasy book, if you will, the matches. So let's talk about the remaining matches that we have not yet addressed on our episodes. And first, it's the Intercontinental.
Start from the bottom.
It's the 30-man, Andre the Giant.
Yes.
Actually, I think it's a 20-man this year.
It doesn't make a difference. One man's going to win that thing.
Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. David Hero, who do you say walks out with the trophy, which is also a bit of a statue this year?
Big Show, you got Kane, you got the social outcasts. He hasn't been enough. I mean, the Wyatts are going to be involved, I'm sure. And I just.
As we talked about on Monday, that's just, I get it, but Bray Wyatt.
Strowman is my guy.
Braun?
He needs to make an impact. He wins the Rumble, or the Royal, and BS goes over and gets the trophy.
Yeah, it's interesting you use those initials. Every time we do this segment, that's all I hear from you.
What? Bold suggestions?
That makes a ton of sense that Braun Strowman wins this matchup, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Do you think it comes down to, at the very end, he and Big Show, as Big Show won it last year?
Absolutely, yes.
Folks, there's a Divas extravaganza going on as well, as Naomi, Lana, Tamina, and Emma team up to take on Paige, Brie Bella, Alicia Fox, and Natalya Neidhart.
Well, here's the thing.
Remember, Lana is endorsed.
Of course, yeah,
and one of the most beautiful women on the planet.
She's fantastic, but here's the Paige and Foxy. I love them, and Paige and Foxy, they love me.
Like Barney?
No, and you just got to figure Brie Bella's on her way out. These four are talented, but they're the heels, and they've been getting the better of the baby faces. It's WrestleMania.
Baby.
Paige and Brie and Foxy and Natty get the big victory.
The big splash, although it happened on main event when Emma made her surprise return and made the attack. That you're saying this team loses even with that, and including the beautiful Lana?
Absolutely, and Lana's gonna be the one that gets beat.
Really?
Yes.
She's got to take it, doesn't she?
She'll be counting the lights.
The lights are on bright, Michael. And then the tag team championships will be on the line, folks. The men who are inducting the fabulous Freebirds into the WWE Hall of Fame may indeed enact the Freebird rule, I guess you could call it, as New Day goes against the League of Nations, who has the same option.
And they do, and you got Sheamus, you got Wade Barrett, you got Rusev, you got Del Rio against the New Day, and New Day is over like Grover. And it's going to be interesting because, you know, New Day has beaten the League twice. The League beat them down, something fierce. But at the same time, for me, New Day has gotten a little bit stale. You can only do the same thing so many times.
Was it the Bootios? Don't taste good to you?
The Bootios was way over the top, and, you know, it just, their in-ring promos have gotten a little bit long and at times forced.
They're long, yeah.
I think you got to start building up some stronger heels in the League of Nations.
Look who you've got in here, though. You've got Wade Barrett, who, by his own admission, is not renewing his contract with the company when it comes up. You've got Alberto Del Rio, Sheamus, and Rusev.
Yes.
Rusev had a huge role last year at WrestleMania.
Sheamus is a former world champion.
Alberto Del Rio coming back and making a big splash.
Yeah.
This is a big team.
It is. Strong, big guys.
Folks, it's also going to be a matchup for the United States Championship as Ryback will attempt to take the title from Kalisto.
Ryback is like the wall. You know what I'm saying?
The one we're going to build?
Well, it could be. I mean, he's going against Kalisto. And it's just... Ryback keeps saying size matters. He beats down Kalisto. He bullies him. You got to believe Kalisto's going to have to get some fire back and get the big upset victory on Ryback. Otherwise, all you do is bury Kalisto every week.
I mean, he's been the U.S. champion since taking it from Alberto Del Rio. They flip-flopped a couple of weeks, but he's been champion for a month or two. You don't see Ryback taking the title from?
No.
Then why have this match? Why bother? It's not going to be a Matt Classic.
You got to make Kalisto a star as the U.S. champ. And right now he's a tag team guy.
It's not going to happen.
You know what? He could be the Rey Mysterio of this company.
And that's what they're trying to do, which is why it's not going to happen.
Well, aren't you Mr. Negative all of a sudden?
No, I'm just telling you. My opinion is that Ryback should win this matchup. I have no problem with Kalisto.
Okay.
I have no problem with Kalisto. I just don't see him as a potential star as Ryback.
You don't love Kalisto, do you?
I'm sorry?
You don't love Kalisto.
I don't know Kalisto.
Okay.
I do know, though, that there will be an Intercontinental Championship ladder match at WrestleMania for the second year in a row. Kevin Owens will be defending against.
You know what? They're giving us Money in the Bank without giving us Money in the Bank.
Exactly.
That's what they're doing.
Dolph Ziggler will be defending against the Miz. I'm sorry. Kevin Owens will be defending against Dolph Ziggler, The Miz, Stardust, Sami Zayn, Sin Cara, and Zack Ryder.
Right. Well, Zack Ryder's taking the spot of Neville. You know what's funny about Neville?
What's funny about Neville?
Stop. Whoops. As we mentioned that he goes way too fast. He needs to slow down before he gets hurt. Right?
Yes.
And what happened?
He got hurt.
Broke his ankle. Broke his shin bone.
This is
It's a mess.
But does this match not show the challenges on the WWE roster right now?
Of course
not that these men aren't great, by the way.
Well,
of course, Stardust.
Ziggler, you love Miz. You love Stardust.
There are three endorsed stars in this matchup.
You got three of your guys in here.
Absolutely.
I think it's going to be a huge event for Sami Zayn. I think he'll do extremely well. Now, keep in mind, Sami Zayn has that big match at TakeOver NXT.
2 nights before.
With the Japanese Michael Jackson. That's who he likes to compare himself to.
Okay.
Ever watch him wrestle? He does all that stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. So Zayn's coming off that big match would be showcased. I can see Sami Zayn winning.
I could see it.
I could because he would. Because I don't know if he's going to go over at TakeOver.
But what's the story here between Kevin Owens and who? We've seen a lot between Owens, Miz, and Ziggler as of late.
Everyone doesn't like Kevin Owens. That's why, and I can't believe I'm going to say this.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to go with Kevin Owens to retain. You know what? I wasn't a fan of his when he beat John Cena. I didn't like the direction they went with.
You certainly didn't.
I didn't, not at all. But Kevin Owens has grown on me. Everything. He's been just consistent, and his character is perfect. And you know what? I would choose Kevin Owens to retain the title at WrestleMania.
I especially like Owens' arrogance.
Well,
KO Mania.
You can relate.
I'm confident, not arrogant.
Nelson family.
Super friends.
Oh, my name isn't in it. I'm talking about my peoples.
Folks, it's WrestleMania. WrestleMania this Sunday on pay-per-view and the WWE Network. Folks, we've talked about the big matchups. Let's recap those big matchups. Triple H versus Roman Reigns, David Hero. Think you've got Reigns to win.
Of course. He has to leave as champion.
Dean Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar. It's Lesnar's match.
There's no way Dean Ambrose beats Brock Lesnar.
What if he does?
I won't be here next week.
And then you've got the matchup between Charlotte, Sasha Banks, and Bayley. No, not Bayley. Becky Lynch.
Yeah, Becky Lynch. And you know what? That is still a toss-up, but I think it's Sasha Banks' match to win.
Is that right?
Yes.
AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho.
Going to be interesting, but you got to believe AJ gets the big win on the biggest stage of them all.
He's got to. That's why Jericho's there. I mean, he's got to. And then, of course, it is Shane McMahon versus The Undertaker, Hell in a Cell.
Think about it with Jericho. He put over Fandango. He put over Punk. Every time he comes back, he puts somebody over.
That's what he's there for.
Yes. Put over Mickey Rourke.
David?
Yes.
Shane O'Mac, Undertaker. Undertaker loses. He has had his last match.
We've talked about this so many times.
We have.
And I honestly believe it'll be Shane McMahon and Undertaker killing each other. Shane takes a brutal beating, doesn't give up. Taker's like, you know what? I've had enough of the McMahons. I've had enough of Vince McMahon. And he just lays down. He takes that kill shot to the head somehow. And Shane beats him. Taker will beat himself to let Shane win. Because let's face it, what is left for Taker to do at Mania?
Nothing.
The dream match with Sting is gone. The streak is over, so now it means nothing.
But I still think that it is a 12-month build that they can capitalize on for Taker's either last match or induction into the Hall of Fame. And if he loses this match, as the stipulation provided by Vince McMahon, it's his last match at Mania. We can then take the leap to Orlando next year.
But if he's going to have his last match, have it in front of 100,000 people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that could happen indeed this Sunday night at WrestleMania. To recap, Kevin Owens retains the IC Championship, the Intercontinental Championship, in the ladder match, Money in the Bank Jr. And Ryback does not beat Kalisto to become the United States Champion. We disagree on that particular match there. The League of Nations wins the Tag Team Championships from the New Day.
How come yours is in black and mine's in green?
Because that's the color I chose to pick for a marker because it shows up more prominently on the white board. And then the Divas matchup, another Divas matchup, Paige, Brie Bella, Alicia Fox, and Natalya Neidhart winning over the team of Naomi, Lana, Tamina, and Emma. And then the Battle Royal, the winner of the Battle Royal of the Wyatt family, Braun Strowman.
Yes. I love it.
WrestleMania is Sunday night. We will have another edition of Primetime for you here tomorrow at 5 o'clock p.m. right here on Fight TV. We're going to be the Bookering
BTB
for NXT, which is this Friday night from Dallas as well. Speaking of Friday night, David Hero, big party.
Oh my gosh, huge shenanigans party. I mean, the list is insane.
Is it?
Yes.
Insane in the membrane?
And there's VIPs that we can't mention on the show.
Is that right?
You know, we
Look, okay, I'm going to spill the beans. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I will reveal one of the secret names we've been withholding who will be appearing at the party.
Really?
Are you ready?
No. Roll it.
It's the biggest party event of WrestleMania weekend. WWE Hall of Famer Kevin Nash presents Shenanigans Dallas. Join Nash and friends including Billy Gunn, Mean Gene Okerlund, Al Snow, ODB, and more for a VIP party event Friday, April 1st. Party with the biggest stars of wrestling in downtown Dallas to kick off WrestleMania weekend. Don't miss Shenanigans Dallas, hosted by Kevin Nash. Tickets are available now at PWRshow.com. That's PWRshow.com.